Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to attempt to replace these. So I'm going to try to do it the easiest way. So far I should have started by recording this. So you got one here, you got one down there if you're ever trying to take this fender off. I'm going to disconnect it from the bumper, disconnect it from the headlights, and disconnect these two right here. So what I'm going to try to do is get to the hinges without having to take this fender fully off, because the jack stand is sitting where the fender is sitting up under there, and there's a bolt there, and I didn't realize that. And then you have to take off the side skirts, and I don't want to do that, and I don't have any wheel wells or anything keeping this on, so I should be able to just bend it just a little bit out of the way to get these hinges. So first things first, I'm gonna get this hood off the car, and then I'm gonna find a way to get to that. But I just did that little prep thing to see what I would have to do to get it. Alright guys, so I'm gonna try to get this in the light for you. So this is the new one, right? Look at that gap. This is the old one. So these were definitely compromised when I hit that cow a couple years ago. Crazy work. Crazy work. So this might be able to, look, every time I look at it, so I'm gonna close it, I'm gonna close this one. Every time I look at it, even when I'm looking at it through the camera, this one is toast. Like, there's no getting that back in place. This thing is complete toast. I'm just glad it didn't snap. But let's put the new stuff back on, and let's hope my hood is straight. So this one might have passed the vibe test when it comes to like if it's good or not. But since they came in kind of a set, I think I should just change it anyway. And this was a part of the accident. This is the only thing I hate about bodywork. Getting everything to line up is quite difficult. So let's go ahead and get this new one on. All right guys, so it's the moment of truth. All right, boy, let it down slowly. Let's see if that fixes the problem. Close it. That didn't really do anything. Ooh, it made it a lot worse if you ask me. Okay, so now I'm really annoyed because this gap got a lot bigger. I'm not sure why, but this right here is straight. So before, the hood wasn't closing straight and it was pushing up on that there, as you guys see. So now that I got the hood straight, if I was directly on there instead of pulling from the right, the passenger side, so normally it would push from the passenger side and then pull to the driver's side. Now it's completely straight, but everything else is just done. Like, what the hell, bro? Okay, now that's more like it. So I did some persuasion to make it at least look better. Due that this fender is like completely cooked, I do have another fender, but I'm not gonna do 100% of the work until I take it to the body shop. I just want it decently presentable. All right, this is gonna be the final form of this car until we get it painted. And yeah, I mean, other than that, I'm not really too happy with hitting a cow and ruining a perfectly good car. This car was one on a car before I got it, and I hit a cow right down the street from where I picked this car up at. All right guys, so you see I got the new fender liner in and stuff like that. I'm gonna take a break real quick and I'm gonna be back. And we're gonna do the motor mounts on this car next, because I'm gonna just put it in one video. Why not? All right guys, so while I'm here, I'm gonna show you guys, I got the Damond MotorSports. Well, that's probably upside down. Damond MotorSports mount kit. So for the MazdaSpeed 3, I've been wanting to buy these for so long. It comes with all the hardware. it comes with a whole bunch of stuff, man. It's just so cool. I've been wanting, I actually opened it, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but to make sure that everything was there. But I've been wanting to show you guys for a minute now, but my Golf R is always broken and in the way. So they come with great mounts, all polyurethane. I'm gonna do this to the Speed 6 here soon, but let me put everything together because I only got two hands, and then I'm gonna show you. All right, and this is very simple. They give you like the minimum instructions. This is, I think, the transmission. So you got this side. It says this side goes onto here, and this side is the engine side. Yeah, you guys will see this side up, blah, 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 blah. So it gives you simple instructions. I obviously haven't tightened it yet, but the same thing with here. You take this mount, you take the hardware they got, bolted it on, then bolted onto the car. We're gonna do this here soon. And then soon for you guys is like, oh, there's a bracket right here, by the way, just in case y'all didn't know. There's a bracket for this one that goes on to this. So soon for you guys will be the next clip, but me, I'm gonna take a break. All right, guys, so I'm gonna start off with the engine mount here now that I got some rest. So I double checked everything. You need to have this mount. So this is for the engine mount. That's the one we're gonna do first. You wanna have this on this side. So this on the engine side. Also, there's going to be a sticker that says engine side, like how I stated before in the last clip. And then also you're gonna have this side up for MazdaSpeed 3, MazdaSpeed 6, 2, 5, or whatnot, right? So once you get that ready, you're gonna tighten it. There's specs, like torque specs. To be frank with you, I ain't doing no torque specs. I'm just gonna tighten them as tight as I can get them. I tighten this as tight as possible here. I'm suspecting that this is supposed to be a pivot point. I don't think that is supposed to move that much though. So I'm gonna try to figure out what's going on with that before I put the motor mount on there. But that's what it's supposed to look like. And then we're gonna take off the yodel one. So I'm gonna show you what you gotta do with the yodel one. And you gotta move a ground wire and all that nonsense. All right, guys, first things first, you can get this up out your way, just like so. All you have to do is just get a screwdriver and like not pinch this too hard, right? So this goes where that is. Don't pinch it too hard. Just get a screwdriver, let it out a little bit, and pull this up. And this side also do the same thing, but usually if you can get that side off, and you could just pull this straight up. So you go ahead and pull that up out of the way there. Then you're gonna be met with the stock mounts. So now I'm gonna get the camera around here because this gimbal is not working with me. But you're gonna get the ground wire here off. Keep that in mind. We're gonna have to relocate this apparently. So we're gonna get 1, 2, 3, and 4, number 4 bolt off, along with this, and then we're gonna relocate that, and then we're gonna mount the other one on. It's literally just that simple. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get this off. Also, while you're doing this, make sure you have a jack under there. I don't know if this needs to be said, but make sure you have a jack over there to support the weight, because this is the only thing that's keeping the engine from falling down. This is just a disclaimer. I don't know if I need to say this, but some people you gotta say everything about because, you know, whatever. But if you're one of those people that we gotta be detail oriented and just, you know, not just common sense, make sure you have a jack up under there, because 1 and 2, if you take those all the way out and you don't have a jack under there, it's just gonna fall all the way down. So yeah. All right, guys, and just like that, this is just gonna come right on up. I've changed this weight, this specific mount, I changed way too many times because this thing is a piece of junk. No matter how many times I've changed this mount right here, it's just broken. So this is why I went to just going with the Damond MotorSports, because I'm tired of this nonsense. All right, guys, so you guys see that there? We're going to move that off. That's a 10 millimeter. And we're going to replace it. Well, not replace, we're gonna move it and put it onto here. So we're gonna take this end here, put it over here. There's a bolt hole right over here, because you don't want it anywhere where the mount is gonna be. And then this end with the point down on it, you're gonna put it onto this right here, Ooh, I totally forgot. Disconnect the battery. Whoops. Don't turn on the car, disconnect the battery. I'm gonna have to disconnect the battery anyway because we're gonna be doing that side. I totally forgot about that. But make sure you disconnect the battery. Whoops. All right, guys, so my next step here is now that I got that in place, as you guys see down there. And I just knocked that bolt in the fender. The bolt that I need to put the thing on. So let me go ahead and fetch that, and then we're gonna head and start that. All right, don't do what I did, but because that was sketchy as hell. But Ugga Duggas is very scary, especially with a 1/2-inch gun. But that looks perfect. It's not moving. Well, I haven't started up the car, so hopefully it doesn't move. But it seems like everything is in the spot there. I'm gonna do a little bit of like with my hand and tighten them, like make sure that they're tight, not loose by hand, and then we're gonna put everything back together. But then we're gonna go underneath the car and we're gonna do the dog mount, and then we're gonna do the transmission one because that is the hardest one. So let's go ahead and finish up here. Look who came to watch us work. My dog, he's so cute. All right, so it's hard to film underneath the car, but you see those 3 bolts right there? And you see that 1 bolt down there? Yeah, go ahead and loosen all 3 of those and take this whole thing out at once. I believe that would be the easier way for me. I learned that taking things all the way out, if you can, is the easiest way. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. It's gonna be hard for me to record it because I'm underneath the car. So yeah, let me just do this real quick and get up from under here. All right, guys, so now that you got this out, so that one was a 17, these 2 was 19, and this 2 that's keeping it together is a 17. So yeah, it's easy to get it out because you see why, because this might spin. It shouldn't spin, but if it does, you got to get it off. So, but that shouldn't spin because that looks like it's a welded solid nut, but it may not be. I could be wrong. I don't know. This is my first time ever doing this, and you guys are along for the ride for this. But this bushing was destroyed, so I didn't even know that, but I know now. All right, guys, so it is a snug fit, but once you get the little snug fit in, you're gonna put this bolt through there. You're gonna put the nut on the other side. And this right here, you can just throw this in the bag because this is only for the Focus or Fiestas STs, I believe. One of those, so I think it's for the Focus ST because the Focus ST is the cousin to this car. So you won't be needing that. The only thing you need is this bolt here, the nut there, and the stock bolt that goes into the thing mount there. So we want to make that happen, but it is a tight fit. You're going to have to like handle this thing a little bit. I think they probably like laser scanned this or something. So there's literally like little to no play to get this in there. Okay, so I'd like to catch you guys up on, so getting this up is a little bit tricky. So I wanted to show you guys here. So you want to get your finger down, push that down, and then use your other hand and pull this up. I'm trying not to break plastic. So yeah, but you put your hand down there and then you pull that up. I'm gonna try to do it with one hand. Let's see if I'm talented to do it with one hand. But yeah, you see that little clip there for the ECU? Make sure you don't cross them, but I don't think you're, but yeah, this is impossible to do it with one hand. I mean, it's probably possible, but I'm trying my hardest not to break plastic. So let me go ahead and just put the phone down and unplug it. Alrighty, so just so you guys know, there's 3 bolts here. There's gonna be things connected to like the face or whatever. I accidentally broke the stupid tab because one of the wires here is connected to this, and I tried my hardest to get it out without breaking. It's gonna break. So once you do that, you wanna pull the wires as far forward as you can. You're gonna push this back, then lift the wires underneath this so you can have it like this, and then you pull it straight out. That's the easiest way to get it out of the way without breaking anything further. And you can leave the bolts inside of there with the PCM or whatever the hell they call it. And now we're gonna get down to the transmission mount. All right, so this is where the fun begins. Make sure you obviously have something underneath the transmission holding it in place. It looks very easy to get to, which it is, but you gotta do a certain amount of stuff to make sure that you have to get off, right? So first things first, the battery tray holder, I'm gonna get that off. And then I've never taken off the shifting cable before, but the shifting cable has to come off. And then I can get to those transmission mount bolts. So let's get this tray out of the way, the tray holder out of the way, and then I'll figure out the other stuff. All right, next things next, guys. Okay, so this is my first time ever taking off shifter cables. So what other people I've saw is in the MazdaSpeed group, they told me, is to disconnect the bracket right there. And so you can get access to that one bolt, because there's gonna be 3 bolts that you get to. They're all 17s. So that looks like a 10. So let's go ahead and break that loose, get those 3 bolts off. And yeah, getting everything out is done. All right, guys, so I didn't know how to show you how the transmission mount. So 1, 2, 3, that's how it's supposed to be. And you obviously it's gonna say engine side. So you want the bearing, or you want this side to be the engine side, and then these. So let's go ahead and install this. Pretty straightforward. I tighten down as much as I can. If you have an end pack, use it, because this is so much easier with an end pack on. Oh my gosh, or air tools. I think they're the same thing, right? They're the same thing, I don't know. So I just learned a valuable lesson. They have to go in separately. You cannot do them the same. So let me take the top mount of the transmission mount back apart, and then you're supposed to put it back together. So I'm not gonna be able to use an end pack, unfortunately, to tighten that back up, but you know what? Back to regular hand tools it goes. All right, so my dumb phone died, so the camera phone that I'm using. So I'm basically gonna walk you through what I did after installing the bottom end, right? Make sure, I had to do this twice to figure this out. Not twice, but once. But take these 2 bolts back out. If you put it back in, make sure you keep that to the side. You will need to move that out of the way in order to put this long bolt inside of that nut there. Then you're gonna get, I think it's like a 15 or a 17 or whatever size they give you. I use 2 box wrenches and tighten them together as hard as I can by hand. And then I use the impact wrench the rest of the way with these 4 nuts here. Very straightforward. I'm gonna give a tip for those 2 nuts there because they're gonna be very hard to get to. So I use one of these, like, I don't even know what they call these right here, but I use one of these style box wrenches and it gets in there perfectly fine. The only thing is that it's not a ratchet. So if you have a ratchet with one of these, then you're in the ultimate goal or the ultimate position to do that particular thing. But other than that, if you're short or if you're like me, like 5'11", 5'10", man, your back is gonna ache because you're gonna have to bend over for a very long time to get that out. Pause. But other than that, let's get everything back together. Guys, I'm an idiot. So again, this is why you should take your time. I'm such in a rush to get this done. I'm an idiot. I used the nuts for these, and I need to put this on. So now I gotta put the jack back under it, take those nuts apart, and then put that all in as one. So let me do that right quick. All right, guys, so you always gotta check your work. Given that I took everything apart, including the ECU, I gotta make sure this car starts. Oh, my dumb stuff didn't put the clutch in. All right. Oh my gosh, no more, other than this, that thing is rattling, which I have yet to fix because I'm lazy. Oh my gosh, it feels so much better. How does that even fix the shift? So I had like a shifting issue. How does, what? That makes absolutely no sense. Oh my Lord. Alrighty, well, the next thing I probably might do is the ABS module, which I do have, which I've never done before, but you know what? Full send, guys, full send. All right, let's do this. Oh my God, that feels so much more better. Oh, that feels so much better. No rattle, no nothing. Oh, that feels so better. Alrighty, so given that I have to drive out of the neighborhood, oh my gosh, you guys don't, oh, it feels so much more better. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's spinning through second. Yo, oh my God, dude. Everything I don't like about this car has been fixed. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, dude. Everything I don't like about this car has been fixed, other than the suspension. Like, the suspension is still like a piece of junk, but oh my God. These mounts, so I had terrible mounts for almost my whole entire ownership of this car. And these mounts are like a night and day difference. Like, I think even if I went like a Cork Sport, it would be way better than what I had. But I have a Cork Sports on the Gen 1s and they feel terrible. This is perfect. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's not as torque steery as it was before, but it still is. But it's not as torque steery as before. Like, if you guys remember, I actually crashed on the side of a mountain given how much torque steer it has. Oh my God, let me chill out before I get a ticket. Oh my God.
Alrighty, go ahead and start up the wheelie mobile.
My little car. What'd you do to it?
Notice anything different on the startup?
She sounds smooth.
She always sounded smooth.
No.
Alright, whatever.
You parked in the garage like shit.
Okay, hush. I'm tired, okay? It's 1 a.m. in the morning, and I've been working on this car.
Why she?
Why she what? How you feel about it?
She feels really stiff.
That's how you want your car to feel stiff.
I don't know if Wolf's gonna feel stiff.
Yes, it does. You're naive.
Why do you sit so damn close?
Oh my God, shut up. You complain about everything. Alright, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think.
She feels stiff.
Like good stiff or bad stiff? Like you making me...
In the middle. Like, it's
In the-
like,
in-
it feels good.
It's so abnormal that you're kind of like worried now, don't it?
She feels weird. I'm also driving with Crocs. I never drive with Crocs.
You driving with Cox? That's insane. You like it though?
Speech impediment. Leave my speech impediment alone.
Nigga, do you like the damn shit or no? You might want to stop because I don't know if there's policia always hang over here. But do you like it or no?
Feels weird. Something's off.
Oh my god, there's nothing off. What the hell are you going? Oh my god. Slow down, yo, nigga. What do you mean, okay? You didn't even wait to leave the neighborhood.
Stable. Stability. Oh my god, she's stable. If I would have done that with it before, I would have gone to the left.
Oh my gosh, I'm glad that you said that because I don't think the viewers like know how bad it was.
So whenever I would like play around and do a wheel hobble, it would just straight up go to the left, like really
A
hard.
wheel hobble?
Or whatever. I don't know what it's called. Like, you know when you like
The cart fucks around and do a wheel hop and it didn't go to the left, you meant to say?
I mean, yeah, it didn't go to the left. People
Yeah. Nobody
the viewers didn't.
Nobody know what you said, not even yourself.
Shut up.
You better be careful. I don't want no Karens calling the cops on us.
My car's quiet compared to yours. She feels stable. She's not. She feels brand new. She feels like how she used to.
She ain't never felt like this. I don't know what you're talking about. The stock motor mounts are always junk. Alright, let's go home, please, because your driving makes me anxious.
Oh yeah, I drive this car daily.
Yeah, like an a-hole. I'm surprised this thing's still moving.
Usually, for the viewers, whenever I would do this, it would still be going straight.
Oh, yeah,
Now it actually wobbles.
Learned that today. Didn't know that. So, final thoughts.
Music.